same problem, that he's not quite giving in the left side of his body again. Because I think that's a tension issue. Good, now circle away and watch that your left hand doesn't want to cross across towards the outside hand. Think of your hands like water dividers, do you know what I mean? Imagine you're holding your elbows and your forearms are the water dividers. Be careful that your left water divider isn't always crossing over the right one. Yeah, give away the left brain again. That's it. And your brain will say, I don't want to give away the left brain because I feel like I lose everything. Yeah, but I think what you've got to do is just pull your shoulders back an inch, align yourself with your horse, use your left leg now to come large, and convince yourself you don't need a left rein. Use your left leg. That's it. And this is where him wanting to take you to the track is an advantage, because actually now we're going to actually cheat. We're going to see if we can get the left hind leg to cross across the right. So we're going to come on the 3/4 line, and as you come onto the 3/4 line, I want you to imagine you're turning in towards the gate. Now put your left leg back and see if you go towards the wall a bit. Sit back a bit. Sit back a bit more. Yeah, keep pushing your left leg behind the girth further. Yeah, further. Shoulders back, go slower in your rising. Yeah, so all that happened was, circle, because you didn't know what we were going to do, our timing was just a smidgen out, and by the time your left leg went back, he was going too much towards the diagonal, and he went, I can't fucking do that, let's do different. Yeah? So put him only 3 metres off the track in this corner by C, H, yeah? Turn his nose very marginally across towards F on the long diagonal, and the minute you feel his nose going left, put your left leg back. Now slow your rising down. Only click your hips up and down at the speed you're prepared to go at. Keep pushing with your left leg further back. Slow down, take a little pull. Yes, slow down, good. That's it. So every time he slightly ignores you, say, we'll go a bit slower. Circle. The other thing I think would be helpful this way is from now on, now he's warmed up, make the circle 15, 18 metres so that he's already not on the track. Because what he does is he makes you feel like he's just bending his neck left. Yeah? So if you make the circle a little bit smaller, he has to accept your left leg and your right leg, your left rein and your right rein. If you only make the circle 20 metres, he just goes, well, I could just ignore your outside leg and I could just have my head to the left. He needs to feel ambidextrous before you do it. That's it. So ride the circle again, and little things like turn your thumbs where you're going. So now he's done it again. He dragged you into that corner. Okay, another thing, when you come away from A, change the bend very slightly to the outside and steer him with your outside leg. Good. Keep him in that bend. Don't change it. Yeah. Keep turning his outside shoulder across to the inside. Good. Even a little bit slower, and your hands just 1 fist height off of his neck. Good. And again, turning with your outside leg. Think of a horse like a goldfish. It goes round the bowl and it goes, oh, nice castle. And it comes round again and it goes, oh, nice castle. It goes round again. That's a nice castle. Right. So he's doing the same thing every time at A. Or after A, but his brain needs the information to steer off of your leg before the castle. So the castle is where the hosepipe is, right? So you need to just up your game with your right leg a little bit and sit back a bit more, 5 strides before you get there. Slow down. Yeah, better. Right, now have your reins a little bit shorter, and every time you feel like you've got too much horse in your hand, take a half halt, which will at this stage in his training involve a little bit of your rein, yeah, and then soften a little bit. Good. Right, now turn again. Yeah, I'd still like to see something more dynamic about that turn off that right leg. So almost make the trot slower than you want, and imagine there's a rabbit hole on the 3/4 line and you're not allowed to get to it. Yes, thank you. Ah, now we're getting somewhere. Yeah, now I think there's another rabbit hole. Don't get in it. Yes, thank you. Do it again. And I know you'll go, Alison, this is great, but it ain't making any left bend. It will in a minute. Yeah. Now there he wasn't quite so good, and your left rein is marginally longer than your right. So you need to see the rein that you're bending him, so the outside rein shouldn't quite touch his neck, and the inside rein should touch his neck, where the bend is correct. Yes, now you're getting it. So it's only a smidgen. He's a very narrow horse, so the right rein is only going to not touch his neck by 1/8 of an inch probably. But it needs to slow down, you see, and he did the castle thing again. Let me get to the castle. You know, before you got to A, you needed a slower trot. Again, just a little bit slower. Oh, good. Good. Right, now you can take a little bit of that bend out, but you still have a right leg. The circle has to be the same size. It's not allowed to get any bigger. You can take a little bit out. And for every time you believe he's listening, rabbit hole, every time you believe he's listening to your right leg, and you start to feel like he's turning better, you can take a bit more out, until eventually he's straight. And what you might find is every time you take a little bit of it out, he goes, right, I'm going to fucking go over the rabbit hole again, I'm not having it. You've just got to be a bit more prepared at A to make a decision as to whether he's listening or not. Slower. Yes! Right, take a little bit of it out. Slower. That's it. And it's not because I think you're going at 90 miles an hour, I think it's brave.